you turn your TV down?
Um,
Good evening, good evening, good evening, everybody, and welcome to In the Ladies Room with Nikki and Michelle. And we hope that you will come on into the room, hang out with us for a little while, share a few stories about girlfriends. In the Ladies Room with Nikki and Michelle. Now, Michelle, we hope that you turn it down.
I did.
Okay, thank you. You know, Michelle's still working out her technical difficulties, everybody, but we moving anyway. Again, I
Moving,
thank you,
moving.
Michelle. Let's get the show started, on.
Hey, Carla T. My good girlfriend Carla T is in
Michelle,
the building.
Michelle.
Okay, I'm excited.
Relax. I know you're excited. So again, like I said, hey Carla, but welcome to the ladies' room with Nikki and Michelle. Tonight's topic is good girlfriends, and as I said, would you please hit like and share? Come on into the room, and get yourself involved and entrenched and into this conversation. We will go and talk about the importance of having female relationships or female sisterhoods. I wanted to start out this evening just to explain why it was impressed upon me to do this show or to talk about this issue with my sister girlfriends in social media, as well as my sister girlfriends that I see and talk to every day. It was important to me because I know that most of you, if not all of you, watch the Housewives franchise, and a lot of times on the Housewives franchise, women are Michelle.
I know. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Women are.
Okay, so let's stay on. We want to make this professional, honey. So a lot of times on those shows, women are not betrayed in the best light. And especially I feel the African American franchises where there's so much bickering and arguing and even fighting at times, it falls into the negative narrative and stereotype of African American women not being able to get along. So for this reason, I really wanted to highlight sisterhood and friendships that are not only are these friendships strong, loving, and bonding, but they are, I wouldn't say drama free, because every friendship has its ups and downs, but they are solid friendships, and we don't allow ourselves to let our relationships deteriorate to a state where we are fighting or throwing wine on each other or backstabbing or cursing each other out in the street. These are not the kinds of images that are favorable to African American women. And I really hope that having this platform would allow me to help dispel those images of Black women. So with that said, I decided to highlight my girlfriends. And as you see in the preview, I had posted a picture. That's me and a few of my girlfriends. Of course, Michelle is never around to take pictures, unfortunately, because she does travel a lot for her job. So I'm going to give her an excuse. But those queens in the picture are all friends of mine and friendships that we've had, some for 20 and 30 years, as you may have heard before. Michelle and I have been friends for over 30 years. Michelle is my son's godmother. And of course, we were friends way before he was born. He is 33 now, soon to be 34. But anyway, I wanted to talk about those friendships and invite my girlfriends on. So it was my hope that my girlfriends would be able to join us on screen, but some of them are camera shy. and some of them it just didn't work out for them the time. So we're gonna roll what we got, and I got my good girlfriend Michelle, and also introducing to some and just re-welcoming to others my good girlfriend Christy Joy.
Hi, Christy.
Hi, y'all. Am I like
Joy.
sideways?
No,
No,
you're
you're
fine.
good. You're
Oh,
actually beautiful. You're
Yes.
looking beautiful right now. I like the lipstick.
no, gotta put on a little lipstick.
It li- I don't. I
Today.
don't. You know, I'm the raw girlfriend, right? Y'all always know that it is what it is, and this is how I'm coming.
That's
This
my
is how
girlfriend.
I'm coming.
And you're perfect just the way you are.
Yes.
Well, it
So
is.
anyway, I wasn't finished my introduction because I really did want to say that besides highlighting the fact that we are not the type of girlfriends that are represented in a negative stereotypical way on television and in media, we are really true girlfriends. So briefly, I just wanted to share how, we all go through things like some of us have had parents that died, or we've had job losses. We've had all kinds of hardships within our friendships that we gather around each other for and support each other. But and I'm not gonna be emotional, but I just wanted to say about my girlfriends. I have the best girlfriends in the world. For the last 6 years, actually it's 6 years it's been since I started having problems with walking. I had fell in a park a few years ago. One of my girlfriends happened to be the girlfriend to come and pick me up literally out of the gutter and take me to the hospital, where I had tore an ACL. And from there on, I had been struggling with walking from then on. And I knew that eventually, no, this could not be. I eventually knew this couldn't be just from a fall. Something else was going on. So for literally 4 of the 6 years, almost 5 of the 6 years, I had been going back and forth to doctors where they could not figure out what was wrong with me. But steadily, I had been losing strength, losing muscle. Just all kinds of things had been happening to me. They had been misdiagnosing me here, misdiagnosing me there. But in the end, they finally diagnosed me, and I've got a diagnosis after so long. But during those years, I would have to say, if it wasn't for my friendships, I don't know literally where I would be or if I would even be here. They lift me up, lift my spirits up, and encourage me to continue fighting. And there were times when still, I couldn't even really clean up my own apartment. And my girlfriends came over together as a group and cleaned my house up in ways that I couldn't clean my house up. When I had to move, I couldn't pack a thing. They literally packed up my entire house and had it ready for movers to move me out. So I say that to say that you don't see those kinds of things demonstrated in media. They don't show you the parts of Black sisterhood where we literally come to each other's rescue and save each other. And my girlfriends did that for me, and they know that in return, I would do it for them as well. So I wanted to invite them on to share their experiences with sisterhood, because as I said, you rarely see a group of women. Now, this is definitely a group of 7, maybe 7 to 9. I can't count us all. You got to look at the picture and count it. But it's a group of...
It's a lot of us.
It's a lot of us that have remained consistent in our friendship and our love for each other throughout, I'm telling you, a span of 30 years. So if you add all of our individual friendships up together, we got about over 200 years of friendship between the 9 of us. So with that being said, I don't have to reintroduce you to Michelle. You know her. But again, this is my girlfriend, Christy Joy. And I would like for them to just say whatever they want to say about the importance of good girlfriend.
Well, I think a great way to really get into this topic is to go back to this comment that Carla T put up.
Mhm.
She was responding because she had made a comment. She was like, "This topic makes me sick." And I said, "Tell us why." And she put up that Michelle Thomas, because for one, most of them are not wives. I think this was in reference to your
Right.
comment about the housewives. She
Right.
said the messiness and the betrayal of Black women. And so that's why this topic is so relevant, right, Carla? Because we want to highlight the fact that good girlfriends are number one essential. We talk about essential workers nowadays with everything that's going on, and good girlfriends are essential. And the reason that we feel this way is because of everything that's really like going on. And it's unfortunate that what we see on TV, and if I could reference, the housewives, is just the messiness. Unfortunately, that's what sells, right? That type of information or that type of portrayal is what sells. And so we came on tonight so that we can highlight the reality. And the reality is that, first of all, if you got to look, I'm not trying to do the whole black and white thing, but if you got a good girlfriend that's a Black sister, she riding with you until the wheels fall off, until they fall off and roll down the street,
That's right.
right? And the beauty about a sister girl friendship, particularly ours, right? So I only want to speak to what I'm familiar with, what I know about. And I have amazing, powerful. Listen, I tell my girlfriends all the time that they are literally the wind beneath my wings. Like there's so many times, there's so many instances. We already know that Black women, we're like an endangered species almost, right? We deal with so much on a daily basis. And I have to tell you that there have been moments in my life where I literally draw from the energy of my good girlfriends to sustain me. I'm out here in corporate America where, while I have the experience, I have the expertise, I'm not necessarily treated the way that I should be. But I always hear that voice in the back of my mind. I have a good girlfriend called Robin Taylor. Some of you know her, some of you don't. And I have to get on her constantly because I'm always like, you get on my nerves because that voice resonates in the back of my mind when I find myself in certain situations. But that's the benefit of a good girlfriend,
Right.
right? That's the benefit of a good girlfriend. And when you have a good girlfriend and you know that they coming from a space of love, you can receive even the criticism, right? Because you know it's coming from a space of love. Only a good girlfriend can call you on the carpet. I had a situation, and I know she's watching. One of my other good girlfriends from childhood, Kim Durn. Some know her as Kim Rosia. We had a situation where she had to call me on the carpet. I received it. I received it because I know she loves me and I know that she was just being open and honest. It's when you have good girlfriends that you can receive that thing. So it's just so positive. And I too, Carla T, am disgruntled with the way that we are because I'm gonna tell you right now, you only got one time to throw a drink in my face. I said it before and I'll say it again. You
So
only
we
got
should never
one
let it
time
get
to
that far.
throw a
That's
drink in my face. We not going on vacation on the next episode. We ain't sharing no rooms.
dinner.
We ain't doing none of that.
Right.
Okay. And that's not what girlfriends do. And the fact that we get portrayed that way is
Yeah.
horrible. But the reality is, and let me say this, and then I'm gonna pass it on because I don't want to do all the talking. But let me just also say this with everything that's going on in the world. And like I said, it's almost as if Black women are like an endangered species. I saw your post earlier today, Nikki, too, talking about the Black women and how we get treated and how we get disrespected and all that kind of stuff. All we have is each other.
Right.
And I'm just so grateful. And I think sometimes we don't share with each other. We don't always share with each other, but we keep each other going. When I know I need, and it's funny because you always have that one girlfriend in your life that has, every girlfriend has a purpose. That's the beautiful thing about it. Like,
Yeah.
I know when I need spiritual uplifting, I'm calling Robin. I know when I need to get tough, I'm calling Kim. When I need somebody to talk to, when I want to have my philosophical conversations, I'm calling Nikki. Everybody has a purpose, right? When I need something done, I'm calling Christy, because Christy is the most organized, person I know. Christy,
Nugget.
I need to look. I'm planning my wedding. Look, I'm planning my wedding, Christy. What
Nerd.
do I do? Yes. But that's the beauty of it. That's the beauty. We hold each other accountable and we hold each other down. And so we don't want it to go unacknowledged that these strong Black friendships, these strong Black female communications exist. And even though we get portrayed differently, we're proving that that's not the case.
Right.
And there, I said it.
Christy Joy.
That's true, Michelle. Well, I was just going back saying the same thing. Like we would never would never have our relationships get so far where someone would disrespect you and throw a drink on you or talk down to you or be all this backbiting talking. That's just not how I perceived friendships to be. So when they portray that, it's just like it's ridiculous, right? It's like who really sees that as a real valued friendship? So like you said, it just goes back to the wanting the ratings and to keep the next show going. That's what that is. It's not real friendship. It's not. It's really not.
And we can't be hoodwinked by that, right? Because that's what they're trying to push on us. That's what they're trying to push on us and get us to believe, but we know better. We know better. We know that we have amazing sister girlfriends that hold us down, that keep us motivated, that keep us pushing, that keep us sustained, that lift us up when we're weak. Because we've all had those moments, right? We've all had those moments when we just felt so week. I mean, Nikki was sharing part of her story earlier, and mine would probably come like when my mother was diagnosed and got sick and passed away. My girlfriend showed up. I mean, y'all got information, like for real, showed up with corsages or whatever y'all have on. I don't even remember. But the reality was for me that it was a representation of the support that I had. I knew that my girlfriends was, if I fell in those moments, those times, taking care of mommy or whatever was going on, my girlfriends was going to be right there to lift me up, to pick me up. Michelle, what you need? What
Yep.
you need? Here we go. Here we are. Even with Nikki's move, when Nikki had to move out of her apartment, I mean, I'll just tell you,
She
I
was
was
there.
I was there. I was there. I ain't do much. I was the supervisor. I was making sure that everything was going smoothly. But it also goes back to speak to what I was saying, which is that, everybody has their role.
Right.
And one of the beautiful things about good girlfriends, right, is that first of all, they accept and appreciate for who and what you are.
Yes.
That's number one. Everybody knows how Michelle Thomas gets down. I will finance anything. Okay. I will pay for anything. Just don't ask me to do nothing. Okay. But that's okay. And that's okay. And that's why, even for my birthday, I don't, I can share this with all of you guys because we all family up in here, right? I can share this. Like for my birthday, I was like, I just want to spend my 50th birthday with my good girlfriends. I didn't want them to worry. I didn't want them to, but to show my appreciation to them on my birthday, I was like, y'all, I'm taking y'all to Vegas. All you got to do is get your airfare. If you can get there, I got you.
Yep.
And we did that. Did we not have a ball in Vegas, or did we not have a ball?
What goes on in Vegas stays in Vegas.
Okay, we ain't gonna talk about that too much. We ain't gonna talk about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that was a good time. But to say that I am appreciative of all of my good girlfriends. I even wrote a song about it. You want to hear it? Here it go.
Here we go.
Okay.
Come on in the room.
She got that.
Come on in the room. We just good girlfriends, and we talk about all of our issues, and we lift our crown to the heavens in our room.
All right.
All right, so I mean, I wanted to talk about. I'm going to go through some of the comments as we're discussing it.
I see Sonia's comments.
I noticed Sonia's comment where she says she wish she had some good girlfriends. I've given up on the female friendship thing, and let me just offer to some of our I don't know what you call them, viewers, listeners, whatever, for our family in the ladies' room, that sometimes I do realize and recognize that it's difficult to form long-lasting bonds, not just with women, but with people in general. But one of the ways in which I learned how to form bonds with women is I learned to take a good look at myself. And one of the things that I like about our friendship is that, like Michelle said, you have this person to go to bounce this off of, another person for something else, because you realize and respect the different kinds of relationships you have with each person. Mm-hmm. And so I do go to my girlfriends when I say to question myself, because sometimes I know I could be not only in my head, I could be very ornery, I could be very transfixed on a way of thinking. And I have to go to my girlfriends and say, listen, am I thinking this thing over right? Should I do this or should I do that? But for me, that is where I take introspection so that I realize or try to be the kind of friend to somebody that I would want. And sometimes we have to really kind of sit with ourselves and see, am I being to somebody what I would want somebody to be to me? And when you do that, sometimes things open up or relationships blossom where maybe they might not have. And you also have to understand that sometimes you have good girlfriend relationships with people that you might not even see them for years. You might not talk to them all the time. But when you do get back in a groove with them, you don't miss a beat. Mm. Everything is as if you had seen each other yesterday or 5 minutes ago.
Yes, so that's true.
Kind of recognize and realize that those friendships are there, whether you have the time to spend with them or not. But I will say to that, because Michelle, and she knows that we've all been on her about this. Michelle is not a good person to do a whole lot of calling nobody.
Oh my God. And y'all got my sister on here. She gonna chime in and say,
She has gotten so much better in 2020, I will say.
I'm trying. I'm working on it.
Yes. But before that, I might not hear from Michelle for months. But I still realize and understand and recognize that the love is not lost. It's still there. And we still, besties. So sometimes we have to look at those friendships too and not be so caught up on whether we see each other every day, always.
Yeah. Markel said you always need a front line, and that's my girlfriends. You need riders. That's what I call them. I got my riders. I know they're going to ride no matter what. It's interesting.
I think it takes a minute to find those good relationships, right? Those friendships, because they don't come free willy, and you have to invest as well. Because I remember I didn't have a lot of close girlfriends either. I grew up not like girls were shady, right? They didn't want to be close friends. So I was always like, oh, I'm not beat about having no girlfriends until I got older. And then you realize you need that friendship. You need those friends to cheer you on for everything that happens in your lifetime, good and bad. Mm-hmm. So it takes time to find those and establish those good friends. But when you have them, you got them for life.
Right.
You can't replace them. You can't replace them. So I want to look at a comment from I believe it was Vanessa Gordon who said, "I have a BFF that is the absolute best there is. We have been besties for over 50 years. We met in kindergarten." Did you know in kindergarten that she was meant to be like what makes a bestie? That's what I want to talk about.
That's
How
a
do
lot
you
of
get into
kindergarten.
these situations where you know that this is a rider, right?
Mhm.
So Vanessa, take a moment to think about that.
Mhm. I think also, it is in the times of triumph and the times of, or let's just say life defeat and life triumphs, that you kind of figure out who your ride or dies are and who your besties are.
Mhm.
Because one thing that you have to really take a look at, because everybody knows the saying about, you got to look who's there for you when you need them. So we know that when people are not there for you when you need them, they really, you can't really consider them as friends. But I think just as important is to watch who's cheering for you when you're winning. Because a lot of times somebody will say that they're your girlfriend, and then when it's come time to cheer for you, they have.
Ooh,
Mm,
child.
how about it?
I remember Maya Angelou said a long, long time ago, and it never left my head, and I think about it all the time because I feel it when I see my girlfriends. I don't know about anybody else. But Maya Angelou says, pay attention to the people who smile when you walk into a room. And sometimes I see my friends coming. Sometimes my friends will get out the car before they get in the house, and I'm smiling because I'm excited to see them come.
He's
But
good.
if you walk into a room full of cold faces, that's not the room for you. Those are not your friends, and unless it's some kind of circumstance, if you at a funeral, it's a different story. But for the most part, you could tell who's riding for you and who's not just by who's in your corner when you're triumphing and when you're being defeated.
And you know what? If I'm being transparent, I think that's one of the reasons why I rise so hard. I know our girlfriends make fun of me because I'm,
Mhm,
full of energy, overly enthusiastic, let's say.
mhm.
But when my girlfriends are doing big things and I'm able to be there, I'm screaming ain't nobody screaming louder than me. Cause I want to and Christy shaking her head because I think she can attest. I want my girlfriends to know I'm riding. I'm so proud. I am so proud. I was on a business trip when our good girlfriend Stephanie got her PhD and she had a party to celebrate it and I wasn't able to be there. I was so disappointed. I texted every one of y'all as I was sitting
It's
as I
about
was
in
as
the air.
I was sitting in the airport, literally trying to get home,
Get
and I
home.
couldn't do nothing but cry. I just broke down because I was so mad that I wasn't going to be there to celebrate this great accomplishment with all my girlfriends. And, the fact that we able to, share those emotions and share those experiences with each other is what it's all about. But here's the thing. Okay, right? So I don't want us to not, I don't want us to negate real on reality. Because right now we being all soft and pink and politically correct and everything else, right? But what do you guys say to the people who say, women can't get along or black women don't make good friends? What do you guys say to that?
Christy, you want to take it first?
Well, I mean, again, it's listen, I don't get along with everybody. Y'all already know. Not that I don't get along, like I have to mesh with you, but I don't think it's a fact that just um like black women just don't get along. I think you just have to find out who you click with and you let it be that. Because I'm not gonna be friends, I'm not gonna be fake, I'm not gonna be phony and try and be a friend if I know that friend is not real, right? Or I can establish a friendship. So I'm not the one to be fake with. So that's all I have to say on that.
Mhm. Yeah, so like Christy said, I think another component of having a real good friendship is, and Michelle said it earlier as well, she's totally herself with us. And I feel like when I'm with my girlfriends, I could be totally myself. And that's the important part of it. It's so awkward to be in a room with women and you feel you have to put on airs or look your best or do this or do that to be accepted and loving by this group of women. And so when you have a friendship or friendships that, because people know, like my girlfriends know, and I'm working on this. I cuss a lot. Right? I mean, no, nothing bad or negative intended, but sometimes a good cuss word punctuates sentence for me. So my girlfriends,
you sound like my father. I love it. My father be like, I love to cuss.
And
don't let her drive you nowhere.
It's not any malice intended. It's just like I said. Sometimes when you put
that's how you get your point across.
But that's how I express myself. But they know it's nothing bad about it. And I really try to refrain from. I don't call my girlfriends BIs unless I'm like like really like, because that's disrespectful. I don't really, unless I do that with them or something like that. But
stop. You called me that the other day.
Yeah, but look, what did I just say? Unless I'm really like joking with you or something, right? But the thing is, they know that I cuss a lot. So back to the moral of the story. They know that I cuss a lot. So sometimes, like with Christy, I always say, Christy, because she has a little girl at home, and I'll say, put your phone on. I'll take me off speaker. So, but I know that I could do that with them, and it's not gonna be like, sometimes they'll be like, okay, Nikki. But it's not, I know that it's love there, and I know that I could still be myself, and I don't have to put on ears for them. And to me, that's a hallmark of a good friendship, is that you can be with somebody and not feel like you have to dress yourself up in order to be with those people.
I think a good friendship is when you are able to be authentically who you are, just transparent and open, and not feel like you have to be something that you're not or whatever. That's the sign of a good friendship. Go ahead, Christy. You were going to say something.
No, I was just going to say as well, like that's almost what I'm trying to teach my daughter, right? She's 12, and it's now trying to understand these friendships that she's coming into, who's phony, all these little cliques. And I'm just like, don't try and change yourself to be a part of something that's, not beneficial to you in a good friendship. And it takes time. Like I was saying before, it takes a while to learn yourself and learn what you want from a friendship. But I'm just thinking that like ahead and teaching young kids as well, or young daughters, how to establish these friendships, right? Because it's not just going to happen.
Right.
You have to learn and teach. And I'm just saying myself, teaching my daughter how to establish these good friendships, and for her to see it as well has been very beneficial. Well, Auntie Michelle, Auntie Nikki, that's who she knows them, because those are my sisters, and showing her that has been great for her too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think one of the things is, right, when it's a sign of a good friendship when the people around you or your girlfriends around you accept you for who and what you are. Like, it is what it is. And I think that was always the outstanding sign from all of the girlfriends that I have, both from past and present. It was always a situation where I always felt accepted for who and what. Growing up, Kim knew I was a punk. Kim and Crystal knew I was a punk. But they held me down in spite of it, right? Because they were good girlfriends. And while I'm on that point, because Kim has been on the sidelines dropping gems. So look at this one where she brings up our sweet, dearly departed sister, Crystal. She says, well, for us, it was the loss of a link in our chain. Crystal Durham, who passed away, unfortunately, to bring us back together. We recognize how much friendships mean. Tomorrow is not promised, and you don't want to miss the opportunity to say, I love you. And that's really what this is all about. That's really what this is all about. Acknowledging and recognizing the friendships, the relationships, and the true meaning, what I'm deeming to be the true meaning of life. Those people that are in your path, that are in your life, that really influence you. And we lost the gem. We lost the jet. I still miss Crystal cussing me out for
I
showing
was
up at her
gonna say too.
salon.
And Crystal cuss a lot too. Me and
I
Crystal.
still miss Crystal cussing me out for showing up at the salon without an appointment. Talk about Crystal, I need my hair washed. And she'd be like, "You ain't got no appointment." I ain't gonna say all the words she would say, but that's where we know, right? That's where we know. And as we've gotten older and we've had all of these experiences, you realize, and then and people say, there's an old saying that hindsight is 2020. And when you look back, you realize how important it is. So now you girls, and I'm gonna go on record. This is gonna be on tape now for the rest of your lives. I'm gonna go on record. Y'all can't laugh at me no more when I have my emotional moments and I'll be like, I love you. I love you. Because you realize that it's important to let the people around you that you love know how you feel about them. There's an old saying, right? Give them their roses while they can smell them, while they're around. And I just have been finding it so important to let those that are really important to me know how I feel. And I'm not going to apologize for that anymore. Like, I just want everybody that's around me to know that I love them, how I feel about them, whatever it is, what it is, because I'm telling you, I don't know. There have been moments where I didn't know how I was going to get to the other side without the thoughts of my girlfriend, the thoughts, the prayers, because my girlfriends pray, the
Mhm.
prayers,
Another
the
important aspect.
Yes.
yes, my girlfriends pray. The support, the encouragement that I've received from my girlfriends when I've been ridiculed, when I've been disrespected, when I've been marginalized. I've had those moments out here in this very cruel world where, like I said, the voices of my girlfriends come to the back of my head and they be like, Shelly, you got this. And that gives you think it's nothing. You think it's nothing, but that's what gives me the fuel to press forward. And I'm like, you know what? I don't give a damn what y'all think. My girlfriends think I'm the bomb. And that's enough. That for me in those moments sometimes, that's enough. That's what I need to push forward.
Right.
So true.
And I wanted to just say a little bit about the ending of Carla's comment. I had put it up earlier. I just sometimes when they're big, I take them down, try to take them down quicker than early. But I love that part at the end where she says, "But if you cross us or hurt us, it will never be the same." Because that's so true that black women are, to me, we are the most loving. But it's you
Don't get it
just can't
twisted.
treat black right. Say it again, Christy. Don't
Don't
get
get it
twisted.
twisted.
Because once you turn it off, you done turned it off. And we do ride or die for each other. Carla said, we the original riders. We ride or die for. I mean, this is in my younger days, but how many times my girlfriends came and tell me something, and child, I'll be ready to fight. Don't you mess with my girlfriends. I don't do that no more. I'm a nice girl.
Yeah, I remember. I bet Kim is on here. Kim probably don't even remember this. But there was a time in grammar school. Look, don't shoot me, y'all. I'm telling all my business tonight. Oleon Dickstein threw my Pink Panther pencil set out the window. And then she said, Kim, do you remember this? And then she said that her and her brother was gonna jump me at 3 o'clock after school. And I told Kim, and Kim said, okay, we'll be out there. And I was crying and carrying on. And I said, no, Kim, I can't fight these people. Da 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 da. And Kim was like, oh, yes, you will. You gonna be out there. And Kim made me go. Kim Durn made me go. Kim Rosier made me go outside. And she said, now go ahead. You gonna fight her. And I said, what about her brother? And Kim said, he ain't gonna jump in. And Kim stepped to him and said, I dare you to jump in. And me and that girl had that fight. Kim, do you remember that? Is that crazy that I still remember that from number 6 school? We was in grammar school, but this is how long that she's been riding for me. Kim
Uh-huh.
was like, nope, you gonna be there, you gonna be outside, you gonna stand up to this bully, and you gonna do what you need to do, and ain't nobody gonna harm you. I don't know. Kim, do you remember that?
I'm sure she does. I
Right.
like this
That was, the fact that I even still remember that is crazy.
And amazing that you're
Crazy.
still cool.
And we still BF. I love Kim. Kim been holding me down forever. Kim been holding me down forever. But that's my good girlfriend. I'm so grateful and blessed because this world is cruel.
Yes, it is.
This world is cruel. If you don't have,
Kim
people around you.
Kim said, I said yes.
Yeah. And let me just also say this, well, not only because, but while I know she's watching, I want to shout out my sister too, because my sister is also one of my best friends. And she's my blood sister. She's my physical sister, but my sister rides hard for me. And those of you that know my sister know she plays no game.
I've been cussed out my Doris on your behalf before.
Y'all know my sister plays no games, and she riding with me until the wheels fall off. And so I'm so appreciative to have not only a sister but a friend in my sister. And there is a difference. There is a difference.
Yes, it is. That's
So
true.
It's important to have, sisters and girlfriends. And I'm just blessed. Like I'm abundantly blessed when I think about the support. And here's the other thing, ladies. Here's the other thing. I feel so sorry.
In Edgewater, huh?
Girlfriend as well.
I know, I'm sorry.
But Michelle, this is how wait, let me just say this. This is how Michelle is, even when we get together and we love it. Go, Michelle.
I know. But here's the thing. I feel so sorry when I, on occasion, speak to people who say, I don't have any girlfriends. Or I don't want girlfriends. I've had that happen too. Because girlfriends are catty and they're this and they're that and they're the other thing. And I try to wrap my brain around how do you... Because I think about the girlfriends that I have, so then I compare it to those statements, and I'm thinking to myself, how do you function without girlfriends? Who do you go to? Who do you talk to? What do you do if you don't have girlfriends? Or you have those females that say, "Oh, I only hang out with men." Mm. Well, men are cool, but I mean, there's something about having a good girlfriend that you can call no matter what, with the good, the bad, the ugly.
And it's so funny because one of the reasons that I'm even in New Jersey at this time is my girlfriends. I really thought long and hard about that when I first started getting sick, and my son was, I know he wanted me to come down and live by him so he could, help take care of me. But one of the things in the back of my mind is, one, of course, I didn't want it to be a burden on him alone. But my girlfriends look after me so well here. I knew that it would be extra help for my sister and my brother, who do take care of me as well. But my girlfriends are here. And not only that, just when they're not taking care of me, but just the idea, like I'm on this platform, and one of the people who have the disease I have, ALS, was talking about how slow he walks and how he can't really, catch up and do things that his friends do and his family does. And when they come over, he'll be in one room with them, and before you know it, they're in an adjacent room. They have kind of like left him behind. My girlfriends never do that to me. Wherever they go, they bringing me along. As difficult as it may be for me to get there, they dragging me along. They don't make me feel uncomfortable. I feel uncomfortable at times because my hands are kind of somewhat deformed looking. They don't pay any attention to me. They tell, "Oh, shut up, Nikki." Just, and they really lift me up in a way that I just couldn't see myself going so far away and living without them, because they make this journey a lot more palatable. So I feel like girlfriends to me is an essential part of life, that without them, I don't know what I would do. And again, I like what Robin Taylor said. That comment is pertaining to our daughters. She was talking about an earlier comment, learning and seeing how to be a good girlfriend, a good friend, which is what Christy was referring to when she was talking about her daughters. And if you have daughters, it is almost imperative for your daughters to see you live a life and have good friendships with women and as well as men, because it will form the way they interact or have friendships with people that they love.
Right. One of our girlfriend's daughter said she's our friend too. She's part of our clique.
Yeah, she's our clique.
So
Yeah.
So wait, so I want to go back. There was
What?
Sonia said, please don't feel sorry for me. And I feel like that's probably in response to me saying that I feel bad for people who don't have girlfriends. Tell us more about that, Sonia. Because
Okay.
first of all, I can't believe, Sonia, you don't have girlfriends. You are a sweetheart.
Yes, she is. I can't believe it.
I don't even know what that's about.
Yep. I'm her girlfriend from a distance anyway.
I'm her girlfriend too from a distance.
Now, Sonia, we're girlfriends. Read your sister's comment, please, Michelle.
No. She said, no, I'm like my dad. I quit kindergarten because they had recess. I don't know what that's about. That's between her and my father.
It's a joke. It's like
She says, I ride hard for you, and Michelle's good girlfriends are my good girlfriends as well. We are truly family. And we are. And that's what we've progressed to. Like, I really honestly feel like a lot of times when my sister comes home to visit, like, she's more interested in seeing my good girlfriends than she is in seeing me. I'm just saying, I'm just throwing that out there. Because she's like, where my girls? Where my girls at? Where this one and where that one? And I'm like, Doris, did you come to see me or did you come to see my girlfriends? But it is a true testament to the fabric that we've woven, right? The fabric that we've woven as friends and then ultimately as family. There's just so much that can be said about being in friendships. Like, there's just so much, and like Nikki said from the very beginning, this world is cruel, and we all go through so many different changes. We've all gone through so many different experiences, and just knowing that you have the support of your good girlfriends to lift you up when you low down, and we've all been there. And not to be a Debbie Downer, but it's just so interesting that all three of us on the screen right now, we've all three lost our moms, and we all three had to be there for each other, right? However that manifested itself, whether we were able to be there physically, or you knew we were just there to support. Like, those were moments that were probably amongst the lowest of our lives, but we knew we had each other's back, right? We knew that we were there for each other, and that was major for me. That was major. Even it's so serious, like, even to this day, and I keep going back to her, but it's just because it's so relevant. Like, even to this day, Kim calls and check on me every time around the date that my mother died. Only a good girlfriend would know that, and only a good girlfriend would do that. You understand what I'm saying? Like, most people don't even know the date. They don't even remember, but she does for whatever reason. And she'll call, she'll text, she'll do something to check on me and say, how you doing? You good? That's the sign of a good girlfriend. And that's the kind of support and energy that we need. And I'm so grateful for that. And so, Kim, I probably told you offline, but if I haven't, like, you already know. You already know. Like you mean the world to me. Like, I can't even really put it into words. But anyway, go ahead, y'all, because I don't want to be the one doing all the talking.
It's okay. We're used to it.
Right.
Whatever. I got excited for this topic. That's why I wrote a song about it. Want to hear it? Here it go. Come on in the room.
Got it, Michelle.
You heard it already.
We got it, Michelle.
Got it.
We love you. That's how we have to do Michelle too.
Yes. And look, all in love.
All in love.
See, this is my girlfriends accepting me for whoever I am.
Mhm.
She said, "How would we have gotten to school on rainy days if yes, God, because you know, mommy was always ready to take us to school, so we didn't have to walk in the rain." Good old Miss Brown, as she was known to the whole community.
Such a sweet lady. Quiet and no, I just you just see love. She was also one of them people, Michelle, that I could remember when you walk in the room, she got a smile on her face.
Always.
Always.
Oh, but don't get it twisted. If you ever wanted to see my mother get ugly, mess with one of her kids.
All right.
Yep, that's true.
Mess with one of her kids, and you will see the dark side of Dorothy Brown. Okay.
Okay, either one of you could read it. Go ahead.
So I'll read it. So Darlene said, I think it's pivotal to have women friends that you can be transparent with. You don't get many, I think.
I agree with that.
Very true.
I agree with that.
Very true. And it takes a lot sometimes to be that transparent, right? Be vulnerable, be transparent, just to ask for support from your friends. Like we've kind of had this conversation, right, Nikki?
Yeah.
How to ask for support. Like we're here for you. We're here for our friends. So let me know what you need. Don't assume or don't think that we're not going to help you or be there for you, because that's what we're there for. That's what that friendship foundation is. So it takes a minute, but that's what that friendship is. I can come to you and ask you for anything. I could ask my girlfriends for anything.
Yep, it's so true. And I mean, like, see, Christy, now you out in me. But Christy, she knows me so well. And I really do have a hard time asking because, for me, I feel like all my life I've been one of those, like, strong women. I can move the earth and the universe all on my own. But you really...
And it's so aggravating.
Oh, be nice to me. But... I mean, when you're that type of person, like what they call
all right, hold it down. I gotta go to the bathroom.
When you're that type of
you see this one?
Yes, I see. She's right. When you're that type of person, and you pretty much used to doing things on your own.
Very independent.
Exactly. It's hard to kind of get used to not doing things on your own and having to ask. But I also kind of believe that God put me in a situation where I needed to learn how to be humble, how to be able to reach out, how to ask, and how, like you said, Christy, which is very important, how to be vulnerable, because, vulnerability is a difficult thing for people sometimes. And it seemed like vulnerability has been like a theme this last couple of weeks.
That's right.
Right. But you have to have courage to be vulnerable. But you also have to have a level of trust to be vulnerable too. Because who could you trust yourself to be vulnerable with? And I feel like my girlfriends are people that I could trust myself to be vulnerable with. And I know it's not going to be used against me in any kind of way or brought up at some appropriate time to prove a point. That my girlfriends are just genuinely there and they care for me. They listen and they understand who I am as a person and they're not judging me. So, Christy, exactly. I have to say I thank you for that. I really do, because I feel like I done removed all my skeletons with you. Oh, you know where all the bodies are buried.
Look, watch out. No, just kidding. So true. So true.
Okay, so sometimes I can feel my friend needs me. I'll just show up. Yes. Yep. My friends do that all the time. Yep.
You can sense, or if you give them a call, what's going on, you can hear in their voice, well, what's going on? And they just know. You can bring it out in your friends for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
It's a true statement.
You want to read that one?
You can be honest with real friends. Nikki, I never wanted to be the strong woman. People always think I am, but I am not there.
Mm-hmm. Look, the thing is, I never wanted to really be it, but I just, when you have to move into that role, because I was people know I was a widow very young. I was 25 years old being a widow. So, from that point on, I had to get some stuff done. I didn't want to have to do it, but I had to do it. And so I just got used to that role, so. But it is what it is. But thank God for my friends. I don't always have to be so strong all the time anymore. If you are ever going to be your authentic self, you have to be vulnerable. So true. So true that you have to be able to open yourself up. Yep, she's back.
Yep.
So wait,
What, Michelle? You can't
there's so many amazing comments. I'm so excited about all the comments that's going on. So Lavina Ann Johnson says, wait, so if you're ever gonna be you carry my soul when I couldn't find it. You helped me bury my first husband and you celebrated me finding love again. That's why I want you to have all your heart's desires.
That's a very good statement. I don't know if she meant that as a poem or if that's something that she said to a friend, but it's so true. I think that is why I have such a spot for my friends, because literally my friends help me carry my son. God, back that up. They help me carry my husband to his grave. Then turn around another few years later, I had to carry my mother to her grave. And, not just in sad times, but in
good times too.
They've been there for me. You remember when y'all gave me that surprise party when Christy at your house when I graduated? Remember?
Look, I got remembering problems, but
it was at your house.
Remember.
But I mean, that's just what good friendship are and what they do, and why there's nothing in this world that I think is good enough for myself that I would not want for my girlfriends.
Exactly. Put up Doris's comment next. Another key component on good girlfriends is for them to also gel with each other, because they will all need to come together at some point in a time of need, and one should not try to outshine the other, and that's fact.
True.
And that is so true. That is so true. That's what I think I love the most about our friendship, is that we just continuously lift each other up. We support each other. Listen, again, because I'm not the one to fake the funk. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like we don't have moments, like we don't argue and we don't fight. We do.
Right.
Hello, we do. But here's the thing. Because of the respect that's already in place, we can either agree to disagree, or we can have challenges and we talk through it and we make it to the other side. Because God knows Nikki and I we had some good art. Remember that time you had your apartment over there? What was it? In
Wallington?
To kick your butt.
When I ruined your party? And I told Lou to go start the car.
So you dropped the bomb and then left?
I dropped the bomb and left. I said, and I'm going to say this before I go. And Lou, you go start the car. And I said what I said. And then I left. And Nikki called me the next day and cussed me out. That was so funny. Well, we could laugh about it now. But at the time, like she wasn't laughing. She was really pissed with me. But here's the beauty, right? So when this is how you know you have a solid, good girlfriend. Because you could fight, you could argue, you could kick and scream, and you could do whatever, but you still friends.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I love. That's what I absolutely love. Okay, I'm moving down through the comments. So go ahead, Nikki.
We have to take some of the last comments because the time is winding down. We got one more.
Oh my God.
And I also wanted to give a programming note for next week. I got a lot of feedback about people talking about last week's show about dating over 40. And a lot of people wanted to hear from the men. So I think we'll revisit that topic again next week, and we are going to invite men on to get comments from them because we want to hear what their thoughts are about dating over 40, how they approach it, what they think about women, what they think about women dating over 40, as well as how their experiences are dating over 40 as well. So we're going to revisit that topic again next week. Thursdays at 7 p.m. And don't forget the nightcap on Fridays at 9, Sundays at 9, and also Wednesday 9. Michelle?
All right, there's these comments are amazing. So first, put up John Sims. John Sims says, "Imagine if all the Black sisters come together without envy and jealousy. Man, oh man, the power the Black sisters will bring to the world. I would love to see that."
I would
Thank
too.
you, John. You know, John is the bomb. He shows up in the nightcap and he shows up in the ladies' room and he always got gems. And then here's my good girlfriend, Yaya, aka Yolanda Rosier. Michelle, you know, we learned how to be friends back in the fly passe. Fly passe. I have the greatest friends. I am truly blessed. I love you, Yaya. You know, my father still loved to call you Yaya. What Yaya doing? I'd be like, Dad, why are you calling on Yaya? I think he just likes to say it. I think he just likes to say it. Kim says, yes, Terrence and I had a huge argument and I yelled, I yelled to him, that's all right, you'll need me again. And his response to me was, and you'll be there. I just got in my car. Ain't that it?
Christy, you want to have any final words?
I love y'all. I wish our other girlfriends were on here, but I love y'all.
I love you too.
I wish our other girlfriends was on here too, but I think it was still a very powerful conversation, a powerful interaction. And listen, I just want to take this opportunity to say to each and every one of my girlfriends that you are so loved and you are so appreciated by me. And I will not go to my grave without you knowing that. If God forbid decides to call me home tonight, you already know. You already know how I feel, and just know, in all sincerity, in all seriousness, because everybody know I like to play and I like to laugh and I like to joke, but in all sincerity, your kindness and just the love that we show towards each other does not go unnoticed, and or it doesn't go unrecognized. And know that it definitely makes an impact and it's needed. We need each other. We need each other.
Yes, for sure.
Like, we absolutely need each other. Let's be clear about that. Like, you don't get through this world on your own. And if you think you do, you are highly mistaken. You do not get through this world on your own. And well, first and foremost, you don't get through this world without God. I
Yes.
don't know what you believe. I don't know what you believe. I'm not finna go there with you, but just know that you are not waking yourself up in the morning. Okay. God is good and he's good all the time. And so we are grateful for all the blessings that he bestows upon us. And then the additional blessing is the fact that he gives us people in the flesh that are also here to support and encourage us. And I'm just so grateful. I'm so grateful for the strong, positive, encouraging women that I have around me. And I'm overly blessed because I have so many. Like, some people only have like one or two good girlfriends. I have a plethora of good girlfriends who serve strong purposes in my life. I've mentioned the Robin Taylors and the Kim Derms and the Christies and the Nickys and the Stephanies and the Lou's and the TTs and I have so many that show up. And then I have my blood sister who, like I said, rides for me. And so for that, I'm blessed. I'm blessed and I'm grateful. And so I want to thank all the ladies that tuned in tonight, who showed up and added comments, because we need each other. We need each other now more than ever. And so I want to just encourage you to keep holding each other accountable, holding each other up, girls, we gotta help you when one of our sisters is down, fix her crown, hold her crown for her,
That's
and
it.
Right.
her forward, push her forward, hold her down, sustain her until she gets back on her feet. And then we can get in formation, as Beyonce says, we can get in formation and we can march forward as a cohesive unit and be the women that God called us to be, because that's where
Amen.
it's at. That's where it's at.
Yes. So with that said, ladies, we thank you for joining us in the ladies' room. We wish you a wonderful week ahead, rest of the week ahead. We hope to see you
Yeah.
back next week at 7 p.m. sharp. And
Thank you, Christy, for being here.
Thanks for having me,
It
y'all.
was a pleasure.
It
we
was
love you.
fun.
Yes, we love you guys. And if you didn't have a friend before, you got one now in the ladies' room. You got 3 now.
Thank you for being a friend. Travel down the road and back again.
All right, bye.
Wait, don't hang up, Christy. We love you. Hold on.
Okay.
Good night, everybody. Go join
Bye, y'all.
Qasim.
Thank you, ladies. We love you.